Colin Foord. I'm a marine biologist and co-founder of Coral Morphologic, the Coral City Camera, and the ReefLine artificial sculpture reef project off of Miami Beach. And today we went out with the SeaKeepers, who provided us a vessel to be able to go out in front of Miami Beach and take clippings of the soft coral gorgonians that we're growing in the Miami Native Coral Lab in Alapata, where they will be grown for the next 3 or 4 months on coral locks. And then in about October, we're going to start outplanting these baby gorgonians that we've collected today. They'll be ready to be outplanted onto the first installation of the ReefLine. So the ReefLine is going to be a 7-mile long artificial reef, swimmable from shore from Miami Beach, where the primary artificial reefs are going to be designed by artists as sculptures, so people will be able to have access directly from shore. There used to be a reef right off of Miami Beach. Unfortunately, it got smothered by sand over decades of renourishment and building up the beachhead. So by putting structure back down on the sand, we're going to create habitat, which will attract fish and marine life and corals. We're going to accelerate that process by adding these corals directly to the concrete to accelerate that. And then it's going to be an ecotourism destination. Because currently, in order to access the reef off of Miami-Dade County, you pretty much need a boat to get offshore. So this is really going to make it a lot more equitable. You're going to have access from public parks, and the whole community will be able to engage with it. And behind us we have a SOFAR buoy from Aqualink, which we just installed this past week as well. That's going to be able to tell us in real time what the water temperature is this summer. You know, we're of course always concerned about coral bleaching, and this is going to be a really great way for us to be able to predict and to record for future records, knowing what the water temperatures are. So what we made sure to do today is to collect the Gorgonian microfragments from pretty much the same depth and habitat profile as where they will be outplanted, so we know that they're probably adapted. And also 2 summers ago in 2023, we had a really bad bleaching year, and so all of these corals that we're working with today would have survived that event. Whether they bleached or not, I'm not sure, but they did recover at least. So it seems that these corals, particularly close to government cut and close to shore off Miami Beach, are really quite resilient corals. That's some of the research that I do as a marine biologist, studying what we call the urban corals, and these are corals that are living on artificial reefs and living on seawalls and other man-made habitats close to shore here in and around Miami, because it does seem like these are climate and heat resistant, disease resistant strains of corals. So we want to understand how and why they're able to persist in these locations where you never really expect corals to survive. So yeah, we're working with some tough corals here in Miami. So we had a very successful day, collected a lot of gorgonians. Now we've got a lot of work ahead of us, attaching those onto the plugs in the lab. But all in all, it was really a really great, productive day, and we're looking for gorgonians that have already ripped off the bottom or are very large. By trimming them down in size a little bit, we're able to make sure that those gorgonians are nicely pruned. They're going to last longer on the reef, and I would say we've probably collected 600 to 700 clippings today, which gets us more than halfway to our goal of 2,200 gorgonians by October, but we're definitely well on our way. And of course, and then behind us, you can't see, about 2,000 feet away from us is the Coral City Camera, which is a live streaming underwater camera you can watch anytime, anywhere on YouTube, which is one of the other projects that I run. And we were able to actually access it today. Unfortunately, somebody dropped an anchor on it yesterday, and it moved the camera a little bit. So it was great to be able to get out there in an emergency via boat and try and get it repositioned in the right position. We're fortunate that it did not get broken by the anchor, but it really came close. So all things considered, a very successful day. For me, it's my second SeaKeepers voyage. I know that Isabelle, who's a master's student doing her research project at the Miami Native Coral Lab with these gorgonians, I believe this is her 3rd trip with SeaKeepers. So, you know, her project especially has been supported greatly by SeaKeepers. So we're very, very grateful for that.